Hello everybody, we are back and we are doing a two-part day 2 and 3 vlog just because we had no access to Wi-Fi last night, and I'll explain why in a second. But yeah, so we're doing a really condensed version of the 2 days because we're also running out of battery and cards. Day 2, we ended up going to see a couple of waterfalls. It was mostly wet. I think we saw about 2 or 3 waterfalls, and all the days are just kind of going into one into the other, so we're having a hard time recapping. But we ended up getting very, very wet. I stood in a cave that had a waterfall in it, and that was pretty amazing. And Katrina took my photo, and we just heard you couldn't hear it maybe, but we just heard a glacier fall down behind us.
We're sitting on the edge of like a glacier. It's just behind us.
Yeah.
And every now and then you hear them break off.
It's pretty cool. So yeah, and then we ended up touring the countryside and just getting a couple of photos and video here and there, and we ended up ending our night. We didn't want to pay for camping. We're trying to work things on a budget, and so we ended up sleeping in the museum parking lot in Skoga, which the campsite was probably less than 2 minutes away. So that was our day yesterday. So we'll talk about today.
Okay, so today we woke up from the museum and we had to get gas, so we went into a town called Vik, and then we had to double back, and we were looking for a place called Deerhole, if I'm saying that right, and it's like this big peninsula that looks out over the ocean, and we took a wrong turn, but where we did end up going was this beach that we got told about, and where people get swept into the sea because the waves come in so fast. And we saw a couple people there who, they were so close it looked like they were gonna be those ones who just got taken out. And it's all black sand beaches there, so we got some cool pictures and stuff, and then we had to go back to the main road and all the way around, and you drive all the way up the mountainside to get to the peninsula. So we're at Deerholdy, and it's like a big mountain. We had to drive all the way to the top, and it looks out over a black sand beach and the ocean. It used to be, I guess, because we could see a trail where you could go all the way to the end of the peninsula, but they have it blocked off now. But
I guess too many people just fell.
Yeah, but
got too close to the edge.
It was still cool. Like, we got to walk around the edge of it and everything, and like we've been those people lately who've been going under the chain where it says not to go, and walking out to the edge and taking cool photos and stuff.
Well, even yesterday we were not supposed to go up to the waterfall, and there was like a chain that went up to the close to the waterfall, and we went under that chain. And as soon as we started doing that,
other people started doing that.
Yeah, other people started doing that. So we've been bad influences while we've been in Iceland.
Yeah, but there's never been any like security or anything, so nobody's ever told us like not to do that. There's signs, but so yeah, and then we did the peninsula thing, and then we drove like 2 hours to get here, and the sights were like unbelievable as we were driving here. Like flat prairie lands, and then just like mountains with like some with snow on top, like waterfalls coming off of them. Like, it's just been amazing. And it took us, yeah, like 2 hours to get here, and then we have to come all the way down this really like windy dirt road that's like full of potholes, so we had to go super slow. And then once you get here, you hike up, and there's people just over there who are stopped on kind of like the ledge, but if you follow it, there's a smaller trail, and we came all the way up, and so like we're on the mountainside, and behind us is like a gigantic glacier. Like, it goes all the way down until it meets 2 other mountains, and it sticks out, and then it's kind of like a lake. Like, other glaciers are melting in this lake to our left, but like the sun is out right now. Like, we're just in light sweaters,
and it's been raining the last 2 days straight, so we kind of anticipated that, but
Just as we started to get
Yeah.
here, like the sun came out and the wind stopped. Like it's
Yeah.
not really that windy right now.
Yeah.
And we thought it would be cold up here because like it's a glacier, but it's not.
Yeah, it's probably about plus 10 or 15, something like that in the sun.
Yeah, like
So it's pretty warm.
Amazing. A great way to end our day because then we have a 3-hour trip to our Airbnb. It's at the east end of Iceland, so
And we wanted to show the blog somewhere where,
yeah.
you know, scenic rather than the inside of our Airbnb bedroom, which can be pretty boring. So, yeah.
And we just took our time today. Like we stopped and took photos like quite often because you never know if you're gonna see that again. Like you were saying about the rocks and moss, like that we saw in Keflavik, we didn't know if we were gonna see that again. We did end up seeing it again, but the scenery changes so fast here that we just had to stop at every opportunity. There's tons of places to pull off on the road too, so like that makes it really good.
And if not, then we make our own space
Yeah.
to pull off.
But so we just took our time today, and then we ended up here at the perfect time. The sun is out and it's beautiful. And it's pretty quiet here right now.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
So I guess that's it for today, and we'll check back in tomorrow. Hopefully, if we can get to some Wi-Fi and we don't run out of cards or batteries.
So what we're doing tomorrow is supposed to be like a couple more waterfalls, and we got told about a secret lagoon and a cave that if anybody who watches Game of Thrones, where Jon and Ygritte were in the cave, we're supposed to go there. So yeah, we've got some helpful local tips that we're going to try and check out those spots.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Hopefully it'll be a good day. Hopefully the sun will remain out, although there's some pretty gnarly storm clouds in the distance, but
Hopefully we outrun them.
hopefully we're around them. All right. Have a good night. See you tomorrow.